Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, races, genders, sexualities, and what have you, welcome to another edition of To Tell You the Truth. It's the podcast that gives you the facts and opinions the way that you, the people, deserve. That's right. Of course, as always, it is your boy, the Superpower Man of the Hour, inspirational, sensational, the Judge Cantrell, and I am welcome, joined by my broadcast partner for this episode, Million Jackson. What's up?
Yes, sir,
Hey, what's up? So yeah, we're back. You know, better than ever. You know, the first episode was amazing. The energy was there. The vibe was strong. So strong that Million is now a part of the To Tell You the Truth crew. Yes, that's right. Clap it up. Big ups to the kid. Me and Ricky, we had a conversation. We sat down and we were like, man, that was a really good episode. We got to bring him back. And you know what? We told him right there. We were like, you know what? You're a regular. You're coming on as much as you can. So he's here. For those of you who are big fans of Million, or you will be, he's here. He's here in the virtual flesh, I guess. You know, because we're on Zoom. But yeah, man. Ricky cannot join us for this episode, but he will be on next week. I can tell you that for a fact. He will be on next week. But yeah, we wish him all the best. He's fine. You know, he just couldn't be with us this episode. But make sure you watch this one and then tune in next Wednesday for the next episode. Your boy will definitely be there. But yeah, man, let's get into it. Okay, I said this last week, and I'm gonna say it again. I did not think that I would be talking about Kanye as much as we are on my podcast in the first few weeks. I can understand talking about Kanye over a period of time, but to talk about him back to back, man, that's a problem. We got to fix that. But no, Kanye over like literally right after we talked about Kanye and you know his wife Kim Kardashian, you know, finally becoming a billionaire or supposedly, right? He goes up and says, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to run for president. Let's see what he goes and says. Why not? I'm going to run for president in the middle of July. Well, I guess you could say it was early July, but middle of July, this dude feels the need to just say, you know what? I'll run for president. I mean, Trump did it, so how bad could it be? I'll run. You know, it's fine. Sets the social media world on fire. Internet is going crazy. When you found out that Kanye was, you know, supposedly trying to run for president 2020, what were your thoughts? What was going through your mind?
Okay, so see, Kanye, this isn't the first time he did. He did this didn't he do this when Donald Trump got elected? He was like, I will be running for president 2020, and then everybody was like, okay, Kanye, okay. So I didn't really. So you know, everybody thinks Kanye's crazy. I mean, I feel like it's a valid statement. You know, he's off his meds ever since his you know, mother stuff. You know, rest in peace, Mama Kanye. But of course, because yeah. But still, it's just like his attitudes and his abrasive nature, and it just seems so abrupt, and then just going out for everything. It's like the thought of Kanye in office at a very serious position like that with his bipolar disorder, and then the second thought of Kim Kardashian being the first lady.
Yo, I didn't even think about that until you said it. That's so true. Oh my God.
In no imaginable universe would I ever say. I don't think I would. I'd be disappointed if I went somewhere else and was like, I think Kim Kardashian would be a great first lady. No. She has some of the social reform and the jail stuff. She's getting people, what's the word, exonerated?
I think so. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
that's right.
From getting people out of jail that were not supposed to be there in the first place, and that's cool. But it's just from where she started from to now, it's like being the first lady. It's like that's really just crazy. And I sat down and thought about it. I was like, I mean, I don't think she'll be back because of what she's done, but Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, man. First Lady Kim K. Oh, come on, man. That doesn't.
Keeping up with the White House.
Man, like, what do you do from there? Like, you can't continue to be Kim Kardashian once you're in the White House. What do you think? No, that's so like we've already dealt with Melania. You don't hear anything about Melania at all. You never hear about her at all as first lady, right? She thought she was making moves by trying to copy Michelle's speech from the Democratic National Convention, right? From 2008, I want to say it was. I might be wrong about that, but I think it was 2008. Might have been 2012. But she wanted to try and rephrase everything that Michelle had said in that speech, like people weren't going to catch her. You mean to tell me that no one's going to realize that you are quoting, one of the smartest, hardworking African American females on the planet? You didn't think anyone was going to catch you, right? And then once she got called out on it, you didn't hear nothing from her. She was quiet. And you know what? And the thing is, right after that, her and Trump were seen in public. He was trying to hold her hand. She was like, no. And I'll tell you why. Because it was Trump's idea to use Michelle's speech. Melania, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right now. All you got to do is just got to listen to what Michelle said and rephrase it differently. It'll be perfect. You're going to shock the world. You understand? You're going to shock the world. And then she gets called out on it, and she's all upset. This is your fault, Donald. This is your fault. You did this to me. You did this to me. You said it'd be such a good idea to copy Miss Michelle Obama. And what happened? What happened? Now I look like the fool. And man, we need a strong first lady. That's what I think. But the whole Kanye situation, it's hilarious to me. Not hilarious to the sense that I'm gonna vote for Kanye because it's funny. No, I'm
No.
I'm smarter than that, and I'm telling you right now, if you're watching this podcast and you are over or of the age of 18, and this November you get to make one of the most important decisions of your life thus far, please make the smart decision. All right? Please make the smart decision. It might not be the best decision, but it's the right one. You understand? But yeah, man, I would never, no, I'm not, but I think it's hilarious because I think Kanye has, I feel like Kanye, has been canceled on multiple occasions, yet he still finds ways to be relevant and, uncancel himself, then to only cancel himself again. You know what I mean?
Well, we give him these concessions because it's like, well, I mean, Kanye doesn't know what he's doing, but it's like, to some extent, yeah, he does. He's just, I don't know. We just keep like, especially with this culture and social media, it's like, ooh, somebody would bring up some information, and then it's like, well, no, I didn't see it that way, so maybe we'll treat him this way, and then he does something else like this, or, and then we're all just back to thinking he's crazy again. So it's just like a seesaw of emotion that he's just like just playing with, and it's like, and it just comes out of nowhere because we Kanye will go away for a while and then come back as the Christian God, good gospel billionaire music dude, Kanye West, and then we're like, what is happening? And then he goes away for a little bit. And he's, oh, I'm going to be the president now, and it's like,
yeah,
dude, we're trying. Dude, you just keep coming out of nowhere and shocking the world, and it's like you can't play with the world's emotions like that.
Yeah,
especially not now when you're trying to run for presidency.
Yeah, man. I just thought that was ridiculous. I could not believe it. I don't understand. I don't understand sometimes, bro. Yeah, Kanye's an interesting case, bro. And I read somewhere there was I read on a bunch of people's stories that there was a post saying that Kanye was faking his support of Trump and that he was burning all his MAGA stuff and all that, and he did it just to get clout or whatever it was or do something, right? And I was like, okay, if Kanye was in fact trolling everybody, including Trump, I don't know how that helps anything at that point, But then again, What is that? You think this is gonna help your case, like to explain all the crazy stuff that you said? You know what I mean? Like you've gone from calling people out live at at award shows to talking about a time in a time period in history that still leaves scars on a lot of people who look like you and I, right? To say that it was a choice what happened to them, now all the way to saying that you're gonna run for president, right? Like you've done so much that I don't think like Kanye, honestly, in my opinion, I don't think there's anything Kanye could do. There's no music that he could produce or come out with that's gonna rectify, what was going, what's going on in that head of his. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Kanye's he's such a character. You know what I mean? He's such a character. Such a character. So weird. So weird. Yeah, man. Anyway, Kanye. Kanye. Uh, Speaking of, that time period, I found out just recently that there has been an underlying meaning to the term master bedroom. You know, it's kind of crazy. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy. The master bedroom, that term, it. Oh God, the term. I think it's so bad. Because now people are trying to justify, the term master bedroom and all that, right? But I think, some realtors are just dropping the term a master bedroom because of what it represents. Obviously, master was a term used during slave times. It was a term used during slave times to describe, where the slave owners would sleep and everything like that, right?
Master and his wife.
Exactly. So now people are, after all this time, people are some real estate places and real estate staters are just trying to deciding to just drop the term altogether and think of a new way or a new term for the master bedroom and bathroom, because there's master bedroom and there's master bath for some houses, right? But yeah, I mean, I'll give my thoughts. My immediate thoughts were, why did it take this long? For one, why did it take this long? And two, because at first, as a kid, you hear the term all the time, but you don't think anything of it, right? Like I didn't think when we first moved into our place in EPA, I didn't think anything of the term master bedroom. You know what I mean? I didn't think anything of that term. However, now that I have all this knowledge, right, of Black history and just history in general, I think, the term should have been eradicated and everything like that. So my immediate thoughts were, why did it take this long? Why? I mean, this is something that's been a part of society for a long time, and you've been trying to make changes. Like, why take this long? Why now? And so that was my immediate thoughts. Second, I don't know. I think I'm indifferent about the phrase because you could there's so many other things to say, like main bedroom, main bathroom, head bedroom, head bathroom, largest, biggest, bigger, anything other than master, right? I think realtors and stuff have had that choice for a while now. So to not do anything with it kind of baffles me. But that was my immediate thoughts. It's like, why did it take so long? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it may it clicked. It clicked when you told me. But what I was thinking really was Why now? It's because people are stuck in the house. I feel like that's why most of the stuff that's popped up and has caused reform around this time. It's like, well, people are stuck and they're consuming a lot more media. They're researching a lot more stuff and they're looking at stuff different ways. And it's like, wow, I never really cared, but since now that I'm looking for stuff to get into, I see it this way. So now we see this culture where we see people really opening their eyes to certain stuff, and that's what makes movements more powerful, like Black Lives Matter. At least now, because it's like, well, we have more support. There's more support behind it, and it's reaching a lot more people because a lot more people are consuming it. So and why hasn't changed is I don't know. I guess I just keep sweeping on the rug, like with the Washington Redskins name. Like, why hasn't that changed for as long as it's been an NFL team name? And then they decide in the midst of all of this happening right now, that they want to change it.
Yep. Yeah. It's a good one.
It's the timing, and it's the way that people are responding to other social injustice and like implicit and explicit racism. So it's like now they're just trying to clean everything a way that may possibly use the fuel, but it was wrong in the first place, and it's still wrong to call it those. So it needed to change a long time ago, but now is even more crucial than it's ever been.
Absolutely. I mean, people have been debating, like, especially when you go to the point of the Washington Redskins, people have been debating and arguing over the name of the baseball team, the Cleveland Indians, for the longest time, right? And so I guarantee you that name is next to be changed, and especially
Black Hawks.
Yep, and it's crazy, because the first thing they did with the whole Cleveland Indians angle was they changed the logo, because the logo off the rip, the old school logo off the rip was just atrocious, right? And so now it's just a big old fat C, right? Which is better, so, but you still got to deal with that name, you know what I'm saying? Right? So yeah, I don't understand why it took this long. I think it's really crazy to me. Like, it's so strange. So strange.
It's because everybody doesn't care on the level that we do. And it's like, we see these things, but if not enough people care, then the opinions of the ones that do don't reach out as far. If people aren't gonna pay attention, and it's like talking to a brick wall. And until we really start making a roar like we are now, that certain information is not going to get through.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right, dude. Absolutely. I don't want to say eager. I guess I'll say I am interested, or intrigued to see what they come up with for the Redskins, and I am intrigued to see if the Cleveland Indians are the next name to be switched around or changed. And I'm intrigued to see what they do as the whole master bedroom thing. Like, there's so many options. Just pick one. Like, just pick one. It doesn't.
Call it the main bedroom, and then, I mean, I hear like when we were searching around for houses, I heard what they call realtors or whatever. They say main bedroom sometimes. Sometimes they say master, but it just seems like something that's already in the culture already. So just
right, and I think that was for the longest time. Another thing is, like, if something was a part of the culture for so long, people don't want to change it all of a sudden out of the blue. You know what I mean? It's like, because the whole thing with Black Lives Matter has been going on, for years now. Almost a decade soon, right? Yet no one during that time was like, what we should do? We should try and change the term master bedroom, right? No one was gunning for that.
No one was abreast of it.
Exactly.
Because that's very subtle in the grand scheme of like stuff that we're trying to accomplish and solve. We're starting macro before we go micro with those types of issues and those microaggressions, as you would call them. So yeah, so I feel like we're honing in on all that stuff now, just because we got the attention of so many more people of all races and all backgrounds and social economic standing. So we just have a lot more ears and a lot more people touching the cause and spreading it out. So I feel like we're eating away at those.
Yeah,
Progressively.
yeah, man. Yeah, I just think like now, like if it was such a big deal, like if it's such a big deal now, it should have been that big much of a deal, back then, right? Because if it becomes a big deal back then, now it's an even bigger deal, And I think the cool thing about it is like when the Black Lives Matter movement first started, it was a new initiative. They were sort of like a different version or sort of like an offspring of the NAACP, right? Or or SNCC, or the SCLC, for those of you who know what I'm talking about. U.S. History 101. Shout out Cal Trimbath. Anyway,
Yes, sir. Let's teach trap.
But yeah, I think it was definitely the Black Lives Matter movement was definitely a different version, of that, right? And so, of course, every group like that, even the Black Panther Party and all those guys, they had their first few stumbles, when they first came out, and the Black Lives Matter movement had their, it was struggle city for them for a while, when they first started. But now it's 2020, things are different. We got technology, it's so much more advanced. Things are different. People are different. Laws are different. So much is different. Idiots are in power, so that changes things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's for sure.
So, because when the Black Lives Matter movement first came out, Obama was in power and people were cool, right? You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is like the problems with the Black Lives Matter movement that we see today weren't as prevalent when it first started. Why? Because the president was black, right? So they're not going to complain about something like that because A, the president looks just like the people who are trying to create change at the moment. B, it's although people are still getting killed unjustly, you know things have gotten things were sort of calm a little bit, I guess you could say, compared to other times in America's history. Things were a bit calm, when they first came out and everything, right? So now that there's a straight up doofus sitting in office, right, and no one to really control the flow of hatred against people of color. Now everyone wants to have a problem with the Black Lives Matter movement. You know what I mean? And I think that's absolutely crazy. I think that's absolutely wild. I think it's mad wild that it's sort of, and it's funny because I was just watching Hamilton, of course, on Disney Plus, right? Shameless plug. We're not sponsored by them, but shameless plug anyway. Just watching Hamilton, and Thomas Jefferson was basically, as soon as One Last Time happened, which, by the way, One Last Time is one of the best songs in Hamilton. Christopher Jackson killed it. Absolutely killed it. Great job. But once One Last Time happened and Washington was like, deuces, I'm gone, right? And, the election of 1800 happens and Thomas Jefferson beats Aaron Burr for presidency. He literally says, no more Mr. Nice President. And I'm just like, the heck? And it's so relevant to today because, before people weren't going to say squat, because, people weren't stepping up to Hamilton before. Why? Because Washington was in charge. And Washington, basically took on a fathership type role for Hamilton and was basically backing him all the time. Plus, people really liked Washington, so they're not going to say anything against, what he's doing as president. Just like with Obama. People like Obama. People liked Obama, you know what I mean? So they're not going to speak out, as much. There might be a few here and there who are saying some stuff and have their grievances, of course, duh. But I mean, you're not going to do anything because it's Obama and it's Washington, These are people who are idolized, looked up to, right? Now, you got this doofus in office in place of Obama, and in Washington state, you got Thomas Jefferson coming in to replace him. Now people can start speaking up and saying what's on their mind, right? So I thought that was kind of interesting. How it was like everything changes based on who's in power. You know, power is such a weapon these days. Such a weapon. And it was such a weapon even back then. You know, it's always about power. You know, people can say that it's about the economy or it's about the law or it's about, you know, race relationships or whatever it is. But at the end of the day, it's really all about power. It's really all about power. And that's the thing that people need to realize, you know? That's it, it's so ugh,
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. So I don't. How did we even get on this topic? What were we talking about? I'm just rambling on for the past 4 minutes. But nah, man, everything cool with you? Everything Gucci? Everything chill?
Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. I ain't been doing too much. Been working out a little bit. You know, talked about my diet. So
Yeah,
it's kind of
yeah,
chilling with that.
yeah. I heard. Yeah, I forgot about that, dude. My God, me and my all week. Me and my stomach have been at it. Like we have been. Like I'm dead serious, bro. Me and my stomach have not waited. Like we do not like each other. We're not on talking terms with each other right now. Earlier in the week, I was feeling really terrible. I was like, "What the heck is going on? I feel like I'm dying." My stomach was just not agreeing with me, and it was because of Little Caesars. I think I might have told you this. I don't remember. I may or may not have.
Didn't hear about this.
Yeah, I might have told you. I might have said something. Um, but yeah, it was just not agreeing with me at all. Like I had Little Caesars, and next thing I know, I had Little Caesars, and I'm watching Jumanji: The Next Level. Great movie, hilarious, right?
Hilarious.
And the very next day, I'm like, what the heck is this? I don't like it. I'm in pain. This hurts. Please, someone save me. And I couldn't do anything about it. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do anything about it. But yeah.
Not the Little Caesars, man. Little Caesars is amazing.
Look, Little Caesars is great, but I just don't know if I can trust it anymore. Like at this point in my life, my palate is sophisticated enough to be like, if you put this in our body again, you're gonna have an issue with the stomach. Okay, it's not it's not gonna be on me. I can't do anything but say this is disgusting and tell you to spit it out. But ultimately, you and the esophagus are the ones that's gonna have to deal with the fact that the stomach is not gonna be okay with what you're doing. Y'all are tagging up. Y'all are graffitiing on the stomach's walls by eating this, right? And we're trying to stop you, but you don't want to listen. So because of that, the stomach is now going to have to deal with you personally. And that's what my stomach did. My stomach was like, hey, man, this ain't it, homie. This ain't it. So we've been going back and forth. And then it was bothering me today, too, earlier in the day at around like 12. And I'm like, come on, bro. Today was supposed to be a good day. I was supposed to be productive. And I'm supposed to shoot my podcast. Don't do this to me, man. And it was just like, nah, man, we got to fight, bro. We got to fight. I want my rematch. And so we went to war today, but I won. I feel a lot better, you know. Thank God. So I'm feeling a lot better. But I'm good. But that's it, you know. I tried the Popeye's chicken sandwich today. Not today.
You too?
I
was about to say I had one today.
You had it today?
Yeah, for the first time. Yeah.
I had it on Tuesday, I think. I think it was Tuesday for me. Boy, let me tell you. Woo! Man.
I mean, I think my expectations were a little too high going into it because I'm just like, just a regular chicken sandwich, man. I got the spicy one. I didn't get that. And, you know, I was like, you know, it tastes cool. But I'm not going to say this is levels above Chick-fil-A. That's what I'm not going to say. And my grandma tried to convince me just up and down, just stop. No, Chick-fil-A, nothing on this. And I'm just like, I just, the Popeyes is good, man. But I was just like, I think my expectations were just too high going into it. And the day and the time, it was good. It was good. Don't get me wrong, but I just didn't. I just couldn't see it as just this phenomenon that 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 hit the streets everywhere and had people beating each other up and killing each other over it. And I'm just like, dude, it's just a chicken. I'm glad I waited this long to have it now, because if I would have got it after getting drop kicked in the Popeyes line, then I would have been so mad and I would have sued Popeyes. I was not having it. I was not having it.
Yeah, man. I think I feel you too, because the thing with me is it's not. I think okay. What did yours have on it? What did yours have on it?
It had the pickles. It had the whatever sauce they put on there.
Spicy mayo, I think.
Yeah, it's like spicy mayo or something. And then it was the spicy one. It was the spicy, one, not the regular one.
Okay.
But then I ended up putting the sweet heat, the little dipping sauce on there. Because I was like, I mean, it's not really that hot, and it's supposed to be spicy, and that spices up a little bit. I was like, okay, the sweet heat, like it was that tanginess and the sweetness together on that sandwich. I was like, okay, the sandwich is pretty good with that on there. But before I was like, it's cool.
Yeah, bro. Mine was plain as day. I mean that, bro. It was like 2 eggs in a skillet cooking sunny side up. I was like, what the heck is this? It came with the spicy mayo, but where the pickles at? Where the pickles at? Right? So
pickles on here?
I didn't get no pickles. I didn't get no pickles. So I just got it bare, right? So I just got it bare with the sauce. And I'm like, all right. I mean, I guess if I really want to know the sandwich, I guess I do have to sort of like get it with just the sauce, but a piece of chicken between bread with just the sauce, to really understand the sandwich and, sort of be able to judge it correctly. So next time I'm surely getting pickles. I think that might sway my opinion. But I was slightly impressed for what it was, because the last time Popeyes tried to do some chicken sandwich type stuff, they just threw a piece of their chicken between 2 pieces of bread, and I was not feeling that at all. That was the old school po' boy, and I was just like,
"Oh yeah, yeah.
What is this? What is this, right?" And so I had it, and by that time I had a Chick-fil-A sandwich, and I was like, okay, all right. I can see why you one of the restaurants that always got their drive-through food. You, In-N-Out, y'all always got the drive-through food.
In-N-Out is winning with that. You can't go to any In-N-Out anywhere. There's one in Pinole over like 15 minutes away from my house. Actually, 15 minutes. I say about 25 minutes by driving. Dude, when I tell you, there's no time of day. You can go on Tuesday at 3:00. There's a gas station right there passing Applebee's. The line would be past the Applebee's, and it's like, don't you guys have work? Like, just on a regular, no coronavirus, none of this shelter-in-place lockdown. Just a regular Tuesday where people are expected to be in their respective jobs and doing stuff, and it's like, you guys have time to sit in this line for these double doubles and animal fries. I'm like, I respect it, because that stuff is so good.
Yeah, man.
And now it's so good. Like, you don't.
Yeah, bro. Let me tell you. I think like for people who know me and like know me well, and for like people who know me or know me well or watch, or seen my stories, like the adventures that I be having with my mom in the car and stuff and everything like that. They know certain stuff about my mom. Like they know my mom and I go back and forth on certain stuff about random things. They know my mom and I go back and forth about Beyonce, and they know that my mom just does not like Beyonce, can't stand her at all. And I think, but she does not like In-N-Out, and I'm just like, what do you mean? I don't understand.
Wait, she doesn't like In-N-Out or Beyonce?
No, she does not like In-N-Out or Beyonce. So you could not take her to a Beyonce concert at Levi's Stadium and then follow that up with dinner at In-N-Out. She would probably murder you on sight. She'd probably, like, if I were to say I'm taking you to a concert and have her come to this concert expecting a good time, Maxwell, New Edition, John Legend, you know what I mean? Something like that. And she gets Beyonce
shows up.
And she gets Beyonce? That's my head, bro. And then to follow it up with disgusting, in her opinion, disgusting In-N-Out, bro, she would kill me and then cry at the same time because she had to kill her baby boy. Like, She'd be so upset. Lord, why you make me kill my son, man? You should have took me to see John Legend. Like, I'm telling you, bro, I'd be dead. I'd be dead. I wouldn't survive. I wouldn't survive to see the morning, bro. Or she would have just put me out and made me walk home from Levi's all the way back to EPA. Just because. Just because. Yeah, man, she does not like In and Out. So when she'll ask me like, "Yeah, you hungry?" I'll be like, "Yeah, I could eat." And she'll be like, "Well, what do you want?" And I'll be like, "Well, I know I gotta pick somewhere where you like because I know how you feel about In and Out." And she'll be like, "Well, I'm not hungry that much, And when she says that, oh, it's opportunity time, baby. It's opportunity time. Well, you said you're not hungry, so that means you're not getting anything. That means it's just for me. Whatever I want, In and Out. We going. We going. You know what I mean? She'll be like, "We got to go to Ross," and I'll be like, "Which Ross?" And she'll be like, "The one in Mountain View." And I'll be like, "Perfect. I can hit up the comic book store and then go all the way and then go over to In and Out, just
Yes,
a
sir.
walk and a half away." You know what I mean? It's perfect. I can go and get me some comic book merch, some comic books, and then go and give me a double, man, and call it a day, bro. Call it a day. Yeah, it's good, bro. It's really good. Yeah, man. I think we did that one time. We had to go. I had to go get clothes for some event, So we went, got me some clothes, got me a nice fit. Went over to the comic book store, got me some comic book merch and stuff like that. And we hit In and Out, bro. And I was like, "This is a great day. This was a great day. Absolutely. Oh yeah.
Good haul, good haul.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. Nah, man. It was good. It was really,
Clap
really,
it up,
really good."
clap it up. Seemed like a successful day. Yeah, man.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, I quarantine's been quarantine. Good lord, quarantine has been good to me. Um, yeah, man. What else can I say, bro? I don't know, man. I think as I continue to think about quarantine, I feel like it's a blessing, and because I don't think I would have had, I don't think I would be this far deep into YouTube the way I am had it not been for this pandemic and for quarantine. So it's a
Mhm.
blessing in disguise in a lot of ways, but it's also a curse in others. I have never
Oh yeah,
spent this
that's
much
true.
time in a house
In the
alone.
house,
Do you have
never.
siblings,
But
bro?
I have one. I have a little brother, and
Oh man, you're
uh,
the older one, man.
oh yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I can never imagine my life as a younger sibling. I'm just kidding.
dude, I'm the middle child technically.
Mm-hmm.
I'm third. I'm the third out of four, but I have mad middle child energy, bro. I'm really close. I'm like the way it works is my sister Dominique is first, then it's my brother LJ, then me, then my little sister Raven. I spend most of my time with Raven because I'm sort of forced to. I'm stuck in the house with her for quarantine,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we go at each other's throats almost every day. It's annoying, right? But I'm really close with my older sister, Dom. Like
Mm-hmm.
we're like this, man, and it's really cool. And yeah, she's amazing. I love her to death. But I'm really close to all my siblings, to be honest. I'm close with my brother, bro. We talk a lot about sports and stuff, and music like that. My sister, we talk about movies and TV shows a lot and video games. So, and then Raven, I really don't know where to start with Raven, to be honest. Yeah, you had a little brother.
Yeah, little brother. He's 10. Gonna turn 11 next week.
Oh
Two months.
wow, okay.
2 months from now, actually. He's going in the sixth grade, and it's like, oh, dude, you're 10. He's gonna be in the sixth grade while he's 10, and then turn 11. So I'm like, shoot, just make me feel so old. Because I remember when he was a kindergartner, I was going into sixth grade, and I was just like, one day you're gonna be in sixth grade, man. And I was like, that day's gonna take forever, and like that. I'm in 12th grade, he's 6, and my younger cousin who's basically he's a year younger. I know he's 10 months younger than me. And then just like every step of the way, we've just been there. Our moms made sure that that we always had a relationship. So he's basically like a little brother too, because he's always over here. He basically has a room in the house. So he's about to be a junior. He's in your class. He's about to be a junior. This man, they're all just growing up on me. And the thing is about siblings is that you feel like you're like, especially with the younger ones, you feel like you're stalling, like you yourself like aren't developing until you really take a look at yourself and you're like, wow, you're just growing up. It's kind of like that one auntie you don't know at the cookout. I remember you was like this big. I'm like, I'm sorry, lady, I don't know who you are. That's what I feel like. That's what I feel like. And it's like, well, I'm getting older too. Like I'm 17 years old, about to be a senior in high school, and it's like I kind of forgot to acknowledge that because my little brother's about to be in he's about to go into middle school, and my little cousin is right behind me, and it's like, you guys are just getting so old to me, and they're just looking at me like, you're old too, man. Like, don't forget that you're older than us, and you're still progressing. You're about to go to college and getting your driver's license and a whole bunch of stuff. You got facial hair a little bit.
Yeah, it's scary because I'm gonna tell you, man, I didn't feel too old until London was born. My niece, London, who's now 2, right? So I didn't feel too old until I became an uncle, right? At this age, to be an uncle, oh my God, I'm gonna feel old forever, right?
Yeah.
I'll be 25 saying I feel old at 25 in college, right out of college, saying I feel old because my niece is about to be going into first grade or whatever it is by the time I'm 25. You know what I mean? Like, I was never paying attention. Like, I've never really paid attention to Raven's growth, but she's come a long way. Like, she's 11, bro. Like, I was tripping out at the fact that she was in double digits last year, but now she's like fully in double digits. Ain't no going back.
Ain't no going back. They're not getting any smaller.
Like, once you hit 11, like, you're officially into the double digits. Like, there is no going back. Like, at 10, you can still consider yourself to be 9, right? But once you become 11, now it's a different ballgame. And I'm just like, hold up, wait a minute. Back up, pause, time out, right? But then London gets born, and I'm like, dang, right? And then she turns 1, and I'm like, what do you mean she's 1 already? What? And then she turns 2, and I'm like, wait a minute, time out, slow down. She's one of the smartest babies I've ever seen, and I'm not saying that because I'm a biased uncle who loves their niece dearly, even though I am. I'm saying it because she's, like, really, really, really smart, and I know she doesn't get it from her father, who is my brother. I know that for a fact. She is not getting that from her brother. So I'm like, you must have got these genes from your grandmother, your yaya, because you are incredibly smart at 2 years of age, and that's great. And she just started preschool this week. Talk about feeling old. Preschool already? What you talking? What you talking? What you mean she's in preschool?
She's over here potty trained and able to communicate.
Bro, let me tell you. She'll be coming over to me. I'll be minding my business, bro. I've been watching the 1994 version of Spider-Man, the cartoon, on Disney Plus lately. Yes, man. Yes, we don't talk about that cartoon enough. That for another episode. You heard it here first. Another episode. We don't talk about that cartoon enough. Spider-Man 1994 is the ish. But anyway, I'm watching Spider-Man 1994, the one episode with Daredevil in it, right? And she comes over. She goes, Uncle Batman. I'm like, yes, baby. How can I help you? She says, I gotta go potty. I'm like, okay, can't you just go in your pants? And I'm like, oh crap, right. She don't got pull-ups on anymore. She don't got diapers, bro. I forgot she has a toilet. So I walk her over to her little toilet and everything, and I'm just like, here, go ahead, handle your business, right? And at the same time, I can't even tell you, at the same time, Monsters, Inc. is on in the living room, and it's the scene where Sully is taking the little girl to the bathroom. And I'm just like, am I Sully now? Am I Sully in the situation? No. Am I Sully in the situation? What are you talking about? What do you mean? Huh? No, this is not the life I envisioned, man. But yeah, bro, it's crazy. Time is so crazy. It's such an amazing concept, but it's also one of the most scariest concepts of all time. Like, ever. Like, ever. You're so... Hey, in case you missed it, we got cut off. I know, it was so weird, but believe me, things are handled. It's all taken care of. We're still going to give you the episode you deserve. That's right. We hope you enjoyed the stuff that you did see before we were so rudely interrupted. Doom. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Tune in next week. Ricky will be back with us. We got a lot more to talk about. So, enjoy this episode for what it was. Share it, like it, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you check back here weekly, daily, because we got new content coming in every single day of the week. So stay tuned. Thank you so much for being on this week. Million, final words for the people. What you got? Let them know what's going on.
Man, I know. Just stay safe. Wear your mask. Stay up and try to learn something new during this time. You will never have a time like this. You won't ever have another time like this to learn a new skill, do something different. So, go learn to play a guitar or something. I don't know. Anything. Something.
There it is. You heard it here. All right, people. This has been To Tell You the Truth. Signing off. I'm Judge Cantrell. See you next week.